Hi, coming to the next class. Again, we have to discuss about the restriction in nuclease enzymes. Within that case, how the nomenclature is done, how these enzymes are involved in the cutting process, right? We have to discuss which bond of DNA cleaved by the restriction and nuclease enzymes, right? See, in that case, the very first one, okay, we already discussed restriction endonuclease enzymes, which are also called molecular scissors or which are also called biological scissors. Molecular scissors. See, we know about the molecular biology, right? So, which are involved in the cutting of genetic material or the DNA. That's the reason why which are called as molecular scissors, and which are involving cutting of DNA within living system, either bacteria or either in eukaryotic cell. The DNA is cutted. That's the reason why which are also called biological scissors. Okay, these are not artificial; these are biological scissors, right? And coming to the next one, the first identified restriction endonuclease enzyme. The first identified restriction endonuclease enzyme is the HIND2. The very first isolated enzyme is the HIND2. This is the one of the important bit. HIND2, right? That is the one of the enzyme, right? First identified restriction endonuclease enzyme. After isolation, okay, for suppose one particular year, 19, okay, just a rough number, maybe 2000, okay, 2000, the enzyme is isolated, right? After 5 years, means 2005, okay, the enzyme functions are identified. Just I am giving the rough number, okay. See what I am telling here. After the isolation of HIND2 enzymes, okay, after 5 years, isolation of HIND2 enzymes, the functions of enzymes are identified. The functions of enzymes are identified, right? After 5 years, the function or the functions of the HIND2 enzymes are identified. Totally 900 types of restriction endonuclease enzymes are present. Total 900 types of restriction endonuclease enzymes are present. All these enzymes we are isolating from the bacteria cells. All these 900 types of restriction endonuclease enzymes we are isolating from the bacteria cells. No doubt about it. All the restriction endonuclease enzymes we are isolating from the bacteria cells, right? See, the number of the bacteria types of strains here, 230 strains. Totally 230 strains, okay, bacteria strains. From that strains we are isolated 900 types of restriction endonuclease enzymes. Right? Simple. Total 900 types of restriction endonuclease enzymes we isolated from the bacteria cells. The number of bacteria cells are here 230. Right? So that is about the total restriction endonuclease enzymes. And we discussed restriction site. The type 2 restriction, type 2 endonuclease enzymes, restriction endonuclease enzymes, which cuts the DNA. Type 2 restriction endonuclease enzymes which cut the DNA at target site. The target site is called as restriction site, and the restriction site is also called palindromic sequence. Sir, what is palindromic sequence? Okay, what is palindromic sequence? See, if we read that sequence, either right to left side or left to right side, giving the same meaning. Okay, the particular word giving the same meaning. For suppose, madam, here this is one of the word. If we read the madam in this direction or in this direction, the same meaning, no change. Right? So this kind of sequences are called as palindromic sequences. And other one is the Malayalam, in this direction or in this direction, the same meaning is given. Right? No change. So here within the DNA there is an nitrogen bases are there. Adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine. For suppose one of the best example, GAATTC, right? See, this is the one strand of the DNA. For suppose from this direction, GAATTC. So this kind of sequences are called as palindromic sequences. okay, if we read in this direction or if we read in this direction, giving the same, okay, arrangement, giving the same arrangement. That kind of sequences are called as palindromic sequences. That palindromic sequences are identified by the, okay, restriction endonuclease enzymes. That's the reason why these sequences also called recognition sequences. These sequences also called recognition sequences, right? See, that is about the recognition sequence or the palindromic sequence. Exactly, okay, the palindromic sequence having number of nucleotides are 4 to 8. 4 to 8 nucleotides or nucleotides are there or nitrogen base. See, for suppose this is the GAA TTC6. In some cases maybe 4, some cases maybe 5, some cases maybe 6. The maximum number is 8, the minimum number is 4. So the palindromic sequence, the range is 4 to 8 nucleotides are there. Okay, in one strand. Other strand again 4 to 8. Totally 4 to 8 base pairs. 4 to 8 base pairs. Right? That is about the palindromic sequences. Right? And coming to the nomenclature of restriction endonuclease enzymes. Nomenclature of restriction endonuclease enzymes. How the names are given to the restriction endonuclease enzyme. See, simply from the organism. Okay, from which organism? Organism is nothing but here, bacteria. From which bacteria we are isolating? Okay, the type of restriction endonuclease enzyme we are isolating from the particularly from one bacteria. For suppose E. coli is the best example. Okay, from E. coli we isolated one of the restriction endonuclease enzyme. Name of the enzyme is EcoR1. EcoR1 indicates here. This is the EcoR1. See, that is the name of restriction endonuclease enzyme. Here E indicates genus name. E indicates here genus name. So here E indicates Escherichia. Right? E indicates here genus name Escherichia. Right? CO, that is indicates species name. The species name is coli. The species name is the coli. Escherichia coli. Right? R indicates here type of strain. See, this one is indicated as capital R and capital Y. Right? So this one indicates here strain, type of strain. Here type of strain means within E. coli several types of strains are there. I discussed. See, one of the bacteria, right, in E. coli, one of the bacteria supporting for the production of vitamin B12 that is present in our intestine. And some of the E. coli strains which causes the diarrhea. So some are pathogenic, means some are harmful, some are useful. Some are useful. Some are not harmful or not useful. So within E. coli also different types of strains are there. Different types of strains are there. So here R indicates here, okay, strain. So that one is indicated as capital R, capital Y. Capital R, capital Y. The last one, Roman number. Here Roman number indicates here number of enzyme isolated from the particular strain. So suppose this is the one of the E. coli R1 strain. This is the one of the E. coli R1 strain. From the strain, okay, here different enzymes are isolated. Enzyme 1, enzyme 2, enzyme 3, 4, 5, 10, right? There is a 12. This is the 13. This is the 13. So here R1, R, this is the 1, Roman number 1. Here indicates here 13. So number of the enzyme isolated from this strain, the number is 13. Means before EcoR1 from this strain, 12 enzymes are isolated. 12 enzymes are isolated. This is the enzyme. Okay, the number is 13. So this is about the nomenclature of restriction endonuclease enzymes. Right? See, the restriction endonuclease enzymes which are involved in the cleavage of phosphodiester bonds. restriction endonuclease enzymes are involved in the cleavage of phosphodiester bonds. That is nothing but the bond between sugar and the phosphate. The bond between sugar and the phosphate within DNA, right? The bond between sugar and the phosphate, the bond is cleaved. So restriction endonuclease enzymes are involved in the cleavage of phosphodiester bonds of the DNA, right? So that is about that some of the characteristic features of the restriction endonuclease enzymes and the nomenclature process. I already said the palindromic sequence here, 4 to 8 nucleotides are present. This is also one of the important point, right? Okay, here the total 900 restriction endonuclease enzymes which are isolated from the 230 strands. 230 strands, right? And next one we'll discuss about the types of cuttings and types of restriction sequences, right? Coming to the next one is the restriction sites. Restriction sites means the endonuclease enzymes. Restriction endonuclease enzymes, where the enzymes cuts the DNA, the sites are called as restriction sites. See, by the restriction endonuclease enzymes within DNA, two types of cuttings are occurs. Two types of cuttings are occurs. See, the very first type of cutting is called as blunt ends. The very first type of cutting is called as blunt ends. Other type of cutting is called as sticky ends. The first cutting is called as blunt ends. The second type is called as sticky ends. What is blunt end? For suppose this is the one strand of the DNA. This is another strand of the DNA. Okay, in the same manner, this is the one strand and this is another strand. So this is the structure of DNA. This is the structure of DNA. During the cutting process, see, if the sharp ends are produced, right, that type of cutting is called as blunt ends formation. That type of cutting is called as blunt end formation or blunt cutting. The step is called as blunt cutting. Okay, so blunt end formation. The ends are blunt ends, means sharp ends, right? That is about the blunt ends. Here one of the example is given here, G, T, A. Okay, this is a sequence, palindromic sequence, G, T, A, T, A, C. Right? This is a one strand sequence. So here cutting takes place between T and A. Other side, okay, the next strand here, the low strand, 3' to 5', here, C, A. Here T is there, here A. Here A is there, here T. Right? A, T, G, right? 5'. So exactly the cutting takes place here. This is the site. Okay, this is the site. Here exactly between these two cutting takes place. Right? Between these two cutting takes place. Okay, which bonds are cleaved here? The bonds between right, sugar and the phosphate. That is nothing but phosphodiester bond. And all of you remember, see, one of the restriction endonuclease enzyme. This is the DNA, right? The enzyme inspecting the DNA sequence. Here, inspection is nothing but a clear observation for the particular sequence. Here, okay, the enzyme, okay, searching for a particular sequence. When the enzyme, okay, identifies the particular sequence or the restriction site, at that location only the cutting of DNA will be takes place. Right? So here, blunt ends, sharp ends are produced. So the cutting is happened like this: GT, CA. This is the one part, and remaining part is the other part. Right? So these are the sharp ends. So this type of cutting is called as blunt ends formation. And next one, sticky ends formation. See, in this case, here the DNA is there. Right? This is the one strand of the DNA. This is another strand of the DNA. This strand, two strands. This is the one strand. Okay, this one is the another strand. I used here 2 fingers. Last time I used only 1 finger. Right? Here, this is about the DNA structure. Okay, this is one strand. This is another strand. So, okay, during the sticky end formation, see, the cutting takes place at different locations. One of the cutting takes place here, another cutting takes place here. One of the cutting is here, right? another cutting is here. So if the cutting is happened, okay, there is a stick-like ends are produced. This is one of the stick-like structure, and this is another stick-like structure. So during sticky ends cutting process, there is an stick-like ends are produced. There is a stick-like ends are produced, right? So here cleavage. See, if the cutting takes place between the G and A, and here lower strand between the G and A, it especially produces the stick-like structures, right? These are called as sticky ends. See, between the G and A, whatever the phosphodiester bond is present, the phosphodiester bond is cleaved, right? So here the two fragments are produced after the cleavage process, especially with the stick-like ends. These are also called cohesive ends. The sticky ends also called cohesive ends, right? So that is about the stick end production. Sir, some are produces the blunt ends, some are produces the sticky ends, right? For RDNA technology process, which one is the best? Okay, which type of ends are best? See, always the sticky ends are suitable for the biotechnology process, because see, if we insert desired DNA here, definitely here fitting takes place, means attachment takes place. See, these are the blunt ends, okay? These are the blunt ends. In this case, we can't say the fitting is exactly takes place or not, because here the stick-like ends are there, okay? Presence of these stick-like ends, our desired DNA is perfectly fitted, and the attachment or the ligation will be takes place. So in RDNA technology process, sticky ends are suitable. Compare with the blunt ends. Right? So that is about the restrictions types. And coming to the next one, different types of restriction endonuclease enzymes are there, and which are having different types of restriction sites. See, the very first one is the EcoR1. See here, EcoR1, that is nothing but Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli. R, that is the type of strain. 1, that is the number of the enzyme isolated from the particular strain, right? So EcoR1 isolated from the E. coli bacteria. Here the target sequence or restriction sequence or recognition sequence is GAA-TTC. The sequence is here GAA-TTC, right? So that is about that GAA-TTC. EcoR1 produces the blunt ends or sticky ends. See, the EcoR1 cuts the DNA. Here GA is there, between GA, whatever the phosphodiester bond is there, the phosphodiester bond is cleaved. Here also G and A, here phosphodiester bonds are cleaved, right? See, by the action of EcoR1, two phosphodiester bonds are cleaved here, between these two and between these two, right? So the phosphodiester bonds are cleaved, right? That is about the EcoR1. Coming to the next one, HIM3, that is the enzyme, isolated from Haemophilus influenzae. Haemophilus influenzae is the bacteria name. The target sequence here AAGCTT. AAGCTT, right? That is the sequence. Here also sticky ends are produced. Right? Here between A and A, here also lower strand A and A, the phosphodiester bonds are cleaved, right? So that is about the Haemophilus influenzae cutting process. And next one, BAM-H1. See, BAM, B, Bacillus, M, AM indicates here amyloliquefaction. This is only one word, right? Yeah, this is only one word, right? Here AM indicates amyloliquefaction, right? H1, BAM, H1, right? So here the sequence is GG80CC. GG80CC, right? So the BAM-H sequence. Here also sticky ends are produced. And next one, HAE3, right? HAE3, HAE3, right? Here HAE3, the sequence is, HAE, H indicates here Haemophilus, Aegyptius, right? Here, this is the genus name, this is the species name. HEI3. Okay, the target sequence here, GGCC, closed end. CCGG, right? That is about the HEI3. And next one, EcoR1. This is a quite different one because here, see, this is the CCGG. Here T is present, here A is present. So sometimes the sequence is here, especially the center one is altered. Okay, then this sequence is also considered as the palindromic sequence. But here only change with the center one. Only change with the center one, right? See, CCTGG, right? CCAGG, right? So here this one also produces the stick ends. This one also produces the stick ends. Remember, here HEI3 produces the blunt ends. This one is produces the blunt ends, right? EcoR2 produces the sticky ends, right? HIND2, we already discussed Eco and HIND, right? HIND2, GTCGAC, GTCGAC, right? This one produces the blunt ends. The HIND2 produces the blunt ends. See, EcoR5, this one also produces the blunt ends. Okay, sometimes asking the bit from this area, right? Especially for the EcoR5. Okay, EcoR5 also produces the blunt ends, right? So these are the some of the restriction endonuclease enzymes, type 2 restriction endonuclease enzymes, and these are the restriction sites. These are the restriction site, right? That is about the enzymes and the sequences, target sequences, right?